Hi, I'm Destiny, and this is my lovely mom, Stacy. Every single time that I take my mom to the bookstore, she thinks that she can pick out the absolute perfect books for me that I would love. So in today's video, I decided to put her to the test and see if she could pick 3 books that I would rate highly and that I would really like. So let's see if my mom can really do it. What do you spill your sheet on?
I don't, it's my purse.
Oh.
It slurps the Stanley, okay?
I have a special guest joining us. You guys can't even see her right now. She's not even in frame.
Not even in frame. Yes, I am.
She's not even here. She's not even here.
I'm in frame.
She's not
You did make me look and go, I was like, am I in the frame?
I
Yes,
know.
I am.
I was pranking you. This is my mom. She's also the person that in every single book shopping video, she's the one behind the camera. I'm always saying that I'm taking my mom book shopping with me, and every single time we go into Barnes & Noble, she wants to act like she knows like what to pick.
I like to think that I do, but I really don't. I like to have an opinion on everything.
She came to me with this idea. This video was your idea.
Because I want to try to make you read a book that I pick.
Yeah.
Maybe I should pick something that I think that you would not like, but then you end up liking. Is that scary?
That's scary.
I really have no idea, guys. I wish I could have you guys like live action and say, give me some ideas, because I really did not plan, study, try to like think of any ideas. I was just winging it. I just thought it's the best way.
We can either do you go in here and you just pick whatever you feel in your heart that leads you to wherever you want to go, or I can tell you like genres and like where to go in the store and you pick from those.
Well, let's see. I know that, you know, you there for a while you were a romance girl. Now we kind of like our fantasy, but I mean, she already has so many like books that she hasn't read yet, like TBR books. So how many books am I picking? Is it 2?
We'll say 3.
3? Oh, you might want to be scared. Honestly,
What's your
I have nothing.
thought process going into it?
To be honest with you, I haven't really thought it out. I mean, that sounds real. That's just being honest. About to get real right now.
Things are getting so real right now. I have to figure out how to use these. It only comes out of 1 AirPod, and so I need to figure out before we get in here how to make it where this will come out of both AirPods if you're wearing headphones. We'll figure that out and then go in the store and pick some books.
Pick some books. 3. Guys, it's my time to shine. I don't know, but this says new and noteworthy. I don't think I'm feeling that.
You have the whole store.
I know, I was just like, I'm really trying to take this in. Usually I'm following you around. You know where you're going, and I just sit and watch. Are we feeling a little thrilly? Little thrilly-villy? I don't know. I don't know. I think I want to do a mystery. You know how I love my Dateline stuff, but let's see. I don't know if this would be something you would like, but this is a little harder than I thought it would be. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no. Sherlock Holmes, daughter of Sherlock Holmes. You know I like the show's Sherlock Holmes. No, guys, I don't think it's that. The girl who died. Is this like a Dateline mystery? Like, no, I think I do want you to read this. So here's pick number 1, guys. You never know, it might be one of her 5 stars. You know what I would like to do? I would like to pick something that you rate a 5-star. This is the first pick. I don't know.
This is adult fantasy.
Okay, adult fantasy and...
There's adult fantasy and there's YA fantasy.
Okay.
So which one are you going to pick from?
I don't really know. I really don't know the difference in what you're saying. But see, I know you've already read all. You love this. All this, I've heard all about this. Now, do most of these have like multiple books, or is there, you know, like if you just picked up like there's like 4 books that go with it? See, I don't want to do that. So I might have a problem on my hands here. What is this? This is fiction. You have a lot of books that you haven't read. Hey, no shade. I'm just saying. I can't keep up, guys. That's why I'm kind of like, romance is over there, right? Let me just browse through here real quick. This is fun when I get to be the one to pick it instead of follow you around the store. I'm usually the one holding the camera. What is this? I don't want something that has a lot of... These are kind of thick. Oh, I kind of like the... Look, I'm like, it's a dazzling setting, a mysterious series of murders and diverse, unapologetically criminal characters. I think I want you to read these. I want her to read these two first, second, right? I like it. And then this book. So I think I did good. I think we got a 5-star in the making. I don't know. I don't think she's not confident in my choices, but I am.
She swept away his arm, committing to the act. Oh, there we go. I think I got it.
Hello guys, it is time to start reading. If you guys need a little refresher on the books that my mom picked, Foul Lady Fortune, Foul Heart's Huntsman, and The Girl Who Died. But out of these 3 books, I obviously decided to start with Foul Lady Fortune because if you guys know me, we know that I always go with the longest book first. It makes more sense in my mind to get the longest book out of the way. I actually have already been reading Foul Lady Fortune. I've been listening to it on the audiobook all day as I was taking a shower, as I was going to the gym, as I was getting my lashes done. I have been listening to the audiobook and I'm actually on chapter 20, which is 40% through the book right now. I do want to say before anybody comments it, I know that you're supposed to read these Violent Delights duology before you read this. At the very start of this book, you get a huge spoiler for what happened at the end of that duology. I will say this, I'm not too tore up about it because I already knew what the retelling of that duology was, so I already safely feel like I assumed what was gonna happen. It was more of a how than a like will it. So I wasn't too upset about that, and honestly I've had these Violent Delights sitting on my bookshelf for probably like over a year now, and I have never had the inclination to read it, and I swear after reading the beginning of this book and like little talks about it, it has made me want to read it more than it just sitting on my shelf has. So that's a really weird thing that I may go and read these Violent Delights after this or have more of an inclination to read it. So I do want to say that I am aware that you should definitely read that duology, but also I can't help that my mom picked these. I didn't have time to sit there and read a whole entire other duology before getting into this duology. Also, I do know that there is a novella that's like in between these 2 books. Anyway, let's get to my thoughts on Foul Lady Fortune. I will say that I was so confused because I did read the first like few chapters on my Kindle and then I started listening to the audiobook as I was doing stuff today. It's all told via the 3rd point of view, but like obviously you can tell whose like point of view you're in. So I thought it was just the 2 like main characters that is talked about in like the blurb of this book. And I quickly realized that there are 2 other point of views going on involving 4 other characters. So in total, you're kind of keeping track of 6 characters. It's told from 4 different point of views. It didn't make sense when I was listening to the audiobook, so I was like, wait, am I in this person's point of view now? Like, what is going on? What's happening? Once I got over that and really understood that this, I guess, is about primarily these 2 people in their point of view, but also you get some snippets of other people because everything's happening in the same storyline. I don't know, and I'm honestly so confused, like I will say political wise, what our mission is, because basically what this book is about, it's about 2 kind of spies. So the guy is a spy, the girl is like an assassin, but they're going on a mission to be a spy, and they're in this like fake marriage with each other for the spy mission. That's really all that I understand, is that they're on a spy mission. I do not know why, I do not know what they're trying to do, I do not know what any of the missions are for. I literally have no clue what's going on. But I will say that I am more interested in one of the other point of views with a whole entire other character than I am the 2 main people. I am way more interested when that character's like point of view pops up, and it may be because of the connection between the romance with that character that I'm like more kind of gravitating towards their point of view. But I'm not having a bad time reading this book. I feel like I may be just like a little confused as to what's going on. I've been thoroughly enjoying the audiobook and I feel like it's very descriptive where I can really imagine in my mind. But then I always get scared when I pick up the book after listening to the audiobook because I feel like I only ever feel like that when listening to the audiobook, that I can feel kind of like I can really imagine what's going on and I actually understand what's going on. When I listen to an audiobook, I feel like I kind of forget everything once I start reading it physically, if that makes any sense. I'm 40% through this book right now. I am going to sit down and try to finish this. I also looked it up on TikTok, but like I was looking at no spoilers for this, and it seems like people really love this duology and that it kind of ends on like a craziness. I wouldn't say a cliffhanger because I didn't really get the ending off of, but I've seen a lot of people kind of like make reactions and stuff towards this book, towards the plot. So we shall see. And then after that, I plan on just going straight into Foul Heart Huntsman. This is a duology and I think it probably takes place with these same characters. Here's to continuing on with Foul Lady Fortune. We have a who did this to you moment, except the couple has not shown any chemistry whatsoever thus far, so it's not hitting the way that I want it to. I am so mad because I just finished Foul Lady Fortune, and one of the big things that get revealed in the book like really caught me off guard. But the epilogue of this book, I realized got spoiled for me when I was scrolling through TikTok yesterday, and I literally looked up like non-spoiler, don't want any spoilers for the series, and I saw like a little like scene from the book, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, like this is probably just like a known thing. No, you learn it in the epilogue of the book. This is my thing with TikTok. I did go seeking for it, but I always say like no spoiler, just maybe like aesthetics or like people talking about tropes of a book. Like people on TikTok do not put spoiler warnings on literally anything that they do. They will full on spoil an entire plot twist and then to recommend a book to you. I would have been so probably jaw on the floor when I found that out. Anyway, I did finish Foul Lady Fortune. I will say that I really enjoyed this book. I'm going to wait and save ratings for the end because I like sitting on my thoughts for a little bit. You will have to wait until the end. I will say the beginning of the book, I was very intrigued from the start. I feel like it introduces you to one of the main characters fairly quickly and kind of like what she's about. And I was like, oh, okay, I like this. I am getting the imagery of the train and like what's going on. And then I feel like the book got very, very slow. I kind of couldn't understand like what our mission even was because all of these different conflicts going on within the book. And I was trying to figure out what all of these mean. Like I was so confused. I didn't know what any of it meant. And then I finally started to understand and there were plot twists and I was like, wow, everything's moving so fast. And then the romance subplot started happening and I was like, okay, like yeah, there's a few quotes in this book. And the way this book ended, oh, I don't know. I did enjoy the book. I am going to move on to Foul Heart Huntsman. So I kind of can guess what this one's going to be about. And I think I'm actually going to read this one physically because I probably still end up picking up my Kindle. Yeah, that's pretty much a given. We're taking off the dust jacket of the book. You know I mean business when the dust jacket is taken off. Let's see what this one's about. I'm downstairs and I just started Foul Heart Huntsman. Funny because I brought this down here with me, but then just decided to download the Kindle version anyway, and I've been reading out my phone because I left my Kindle upstairs. But I started it and we decided to drop a vital piece of information within the prologue of the book that I did not expect at all, and I never even like thought about that being a possibility. Just in the prologue, boom, that's crazy. You may look at this clip and think, oh, it's like the morning. It is like 3 o'clock in the morning. We're on that bookmas grind. Anyway, thought that you guys would be interested to know that I just finished Foul Heart Huntsman. I enjoyed this one like 10 times more than I enjoyed the first one, and I was about to say disjoy. It's not that that one was unenjoyable. I don't even know if I'm making any sense right now. I just enjoyed this one a lot more. It was a lot more entertaining. The storylines were already set up, so everybody's storyline, because we introduced even more point of views in this book, but everybody's storyline had a purpose and it felt like we were always kind of actively working towards something. I will say though that I still did feel those like lulls in the story where it just felt very slow at some points. I really loved the way that this this storyline took and the way that the characters progressed and the relationships progressed and things that were revealed and like the angst in this book, the feeling on the edge of your seat, like, oh my gosh, what is going to happen? These books feel like reading like an action movie. Does that make any sense? I don't know. I have read both of these books. Finished this one last night, finished this one yesterday. If you had to guess, what do you think I rated each of these? This one's the first book and this one's the second book.
I think you rated that one a 3. Trying to think in my heart, did that get better or worse? I almost want to say 2.5.
Okay, that's what you're locking in these with? Okay, I have sat with these ratings because you guys know last night I finished this book at 3 a.m. and then I finished this book earlier on in the day yesterday. With Foul Lady Fortune, I gave it a 3.5 because I liked it, but it was really slow at some points and the pacing was just really weird to me. And I feel like we kind of got to the like climax of the story at the end of this book, which I feel like a lot of authors do when it's either a duology or a series. Like you spend the whole entire first book building up everything so it can kind of feel a little bit more of like an information dump. So it got to the climax of the story and I gave this one a 3.5. This one you said I gave, what'd you say? 2.5. This one I ended up rating a 4 because it got really good. I feel like there's a lot more going on in this book and I really liked the way that it ended and it closed everything off. There were like a lot of surprises in this book and I really liked the whole entire universe that they did and they really pulled out all the stops with this book, and the two of these were really good and I would definitely recommend you guys to check out this duology.
You didn't give me any whatever, so I just thought maybe you didn't like them because I wasn't.
I'm a master manipulator of emotion.
So you liked it?
Yeah. What made you choose these when you saw them in Barnes?
You know, to be honest, it looked like, because it was fantasy, and I know you've been on like a fantasy kick, it looked like a good book. And I do like the covers too.
I hate how this is the Barnes & Noble exclusive of Foul Lady Fortune, and this one is like sprayed edges, which I love. But I hate how this one's the Barnes exclusive for the second book and it has no sprayed edges. Like, how am I supposed to display these?
Purple.
I know. So that is our thesis. Is that the word to use? Is that the word to use, thesis, on these two books? So you picked good ones with these. Sadly, I am ending this video here. I have decided to DNF The Girl Who Died. Even just from the beginning, I was like, I can't get into this book, but if my mom wants me to read it bad enough, then I will read it for her and for her only at a later date. I cannot read this right now. It's just not something I can do. We're trying to be in the Holly Jolly Christmas spirit and it was just kind of putting me in a little bit of a slump. So we are DNFing it for now, forever. Who knows? Overall, my mom did do a good job because she got a 3.5 and a 4-star rating out of her books. And I honestly, like, as I've just been driving around and stuff, I have been thinking about that duology. Like, I have just been thinking about it. It's been on my brain. I already knew that my mom knows me very well. My mom was a very good judge of character, so I feel like she does, in a way, know me. She did birth me, so I would assume that she, you know, she knows. Thank you so much to my mom for participating with me for today's video. Thank you so much for you guys for watching today's video. If you guys liked today's video, you guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff you guys know how to do. And let me know down below if there's another family member that you want to pick my reads. And maybe I'll do that too and take them to Barnes and have them pick some books. So let me know down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you guys when I see ya. Peace.